Hi, I'm Bob McGregor from Winnipeg Hyundai, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about tires. So there is some confusion out there from a lot of customers. What's the difference between an all-season tire, an all-weather tire, and a winter tire? And the answers might be a little bit surprising to you. So I'm joined today by Stuart, who works in our parts department, and by Riley, who works in the service department. And we're going to get a little bit more insight on just what all this means. So Stuart, let's talk first about these all-season tires.
Sure, Bob.
Tell me a little bit about all-season. When is it all-season, and how far north do you go before all-season doesn't cut it?
49th parallel will be a good start. All season really refers to somewhere if you're in the Californias, the Arizonas of the world. Great all year round, good for some wet traction, not ideal for our winter conditions we get here, and especially Manitoba, Alberta, Saskatchewan are the prime, Quebec even. Think hockey puck. You hit 7 Celsius, that's what these start turning into. So you're going to start losing your traction and stability.
So, little known fact, all-season tires was actually a term used for marketing purposes with the tire companies, and basically that was down in the States. So in Louisiana, Tennessee, those types of areas. As you get further north and the climate gets a little bit colder, this is a hard rubber compound, and the hard rubber compound turns to, and I usually equate it to dress shoes. It's just a solid piece of rubber. It's no longer flexing. It's no longer grabbing. You're not going to have much traction on black ice. You're not going to have a lot of hope with heavy snow and that sort of thing. So all season works for about 6 months out of the year here in Manitoba. Outside of that, you start to get hurt by the climate itself.
Yes.
Next up, we have an all-weather tire. The all-weather tire is designed really to be an in-between tire. It's not the hard rubber compound of an all-season. It's not the soft rubber compound of a winter tire. It's an in-between tire. So would that work well in Manitoba?
If you have issues with storage, that's really the only way I'd go for it. Again, as Bob mentioned, the compounds in between. It's not the flexible rubber that we put on the winter. It's not as hard as the summer. You see that it's got the grooves to channel snow and ice away from the tire, but not as many sipes as you see on a winter tire, which we'll get into a little bit more. Again, it's decent. It's not. Is it the best summer tire? No. Is it the best winter tire? No. As Bob mentioned, it's in between.
And the problem here becomes in Winnipeg, or throughout most of southern Manitoba anyway, you have 40-degree temperatures in the summer and minus 40-degree temperatures in the winter, and we all know this. This tire being in between means that it's going to melt faster in the summertime on hot pavement, and it's not going to flex as much when it gets down to minus 40. So black ice is still a problem with an all-weather tire. Finally, we have a tire that is built for snow and ice. And this tire, as you mentioned, Stu, has the sipes in it. This allows for flexibility even when it's minus 40 outside. Exactly. That helps you on snow. Like if you think of it this way, I usually say it this way. If I have an all-wheel drive vehicle, I have good stability or good footing. So I say to some of my customers, okay, if you have all-wheel drive, think of it like taking your dog for a walk. The dog has better footing, yes, because he has 4 legs on the ground, you've only got 2. But you probably have better traction than the dog because you've got winter boots, and your winter boots have tread on them that are designed to flex even in wintertime, right? So that's the key. This winter tire certainly has wider tread on it than your summer tires. It has more sipes on it. And when you do that together at minus 40, you have a tire that is going to give you much more traction control at cold winter temperatures.
Exactly. And again, you see most winter tires are directional. And that's where the all-weather tire takes some of its design from. But again, these are directional channel the snow and ice away from the tire. Helps you with your stability and control. You'll brake better, you'll take off acceleration better, but again, drive to your conditions is paramount no matter what kind of tires you have on. If you get on black ice, not much is going to help you. So again, drive to your conditions.
Perfect. Thank you, Stu. Riley,
Yes, sir.
on the service side,
Yes, sir.
when's the best time to be switching out these tires?
I'd say end of April, early May, typically around that time where it's getting to around the 7-degree mark. Most manufacturers kind of agree with that, and with our winters being so long, that's typically where we start to see the most melting and the average temperature becoming that 7+ degree mark.
So when you have customers coming in here to switch out their tires, how often do you hear people saying, you know, I never used to think I needed winter tires, but the more I drive with them, the more I realize it makes a big difference?
Oh, all the time. Most people coming in who are even inquiring about tires will recommend them to get those 2 sets, like Stu said, unless you have a storage issue. But having those 2 sets between a summer set and a winter set is a massive, massive, massive difference. And I would recommend everybody to get a set of winter tires for sure.
Awesome. So there you have it, the difference between all season, all weather, and winter tires in snowy Manitoba.